What's going on, guys? Dan the Eco Man here. Just wanted to talk to you about a few things. Well, actually one thing, and it's a little issue that I ran into. It's not a huge issue. If I could have any problem, this will be the problem that I would want to have. So it's not a big problem, but I drove all the way from Texas. I relocated to the great state of Maryland. It's my home state. And so if you guys over here in the East Coast, somebody can hit me up on Instagram, Dan the Eco Man, and we could hook up. You know, let me know where you guys are meeting up and stuff, so I can show up and we can talk car stuff and Mustang things and Ecoboost awesomeness. So without further ado, I'm gonna pop the hood and show you what I'm talking about. So we got the hood popped, and then you come over here. You can see we got our turbo right here in the heat shield. And if you look right here, this is the MBRP 3-inch downpipe with the high flow cat, and this is the first O2 sensor. If you look right in here, you can kind of see there is a little gasket inside of this, and you see all this black stuff that is soot and carbon. That's where I'm leaking from, and that's where you can see this gasket either it wasn't put on properly or it just gave out because I've been giving it the juice, obviously, and I've been running it. And when I was at the racetrack, you know, I ran it pretty hard. But like I said, excuse me, if that could have any problem, that'd be the problem I'd want to have. You know, it's not like the engine is that catastrophic failure or anything. It's just an exhaust leak, and it actually sounds pretty cool in my opinion, but obviously it's not too healthy. You don't want to leave your engine leaking exhaust like that, because you could run into further problems. So let me show you a few of the codes that I've been getting, just so you have an idea. If this were to happen to you, this is kind of similar what would happen. And I'm gonna hook my SCT programmer up and show you what codes I got going on. All right, so you take this, your OBD2, plug that in. There we go. And I got my programmer right here. Go ahead and plug this in. Now what you're going to want to do is, without starting the engine or putting your foot on the brake or anything, just turn the start button, hit the engine button one time. Oh yeah. I'm going to come down here to vehicle. I'm gonna, as you can see, I got my check. So you go into read DTC codes and turn the vehicle ignition key on, push and hold the engine start button 2 to 3 seconds. Do not start the engine. Press continue when ready. So we push the button, it's flashing green, but the engine is not even started. Go to continue. It's reading the codes. All right, so we got a few here. This last one is the U0284. We're not going to worry about that. This is for the active grille shutters. Now, I took those out, so they're not plugged up. So that code is just going to be there until I can get it disabled with Bama. And they'll take care of that for me. So then I have P0316, P0300, and P0171. And these are all as a result of the exhaust leak. So the system to lean bank 1, random multiple cylinder misfire detected, and engine misfire detected on startup, first 1,000 revolutions. So these misfires are occurring because the exhaust is leaking and the engine is running lean now, because the computer is all jacked up and the exhaust is leaking out, and it's thinking that it's running too lean, so it's dumping more fuel to try to counteract the air to fuel mixture. So it's causing all kinds of crazy misfires. So it's not a huge issue right now at this moment. Obviously the car is off, but running it super hard and trying to, you know, give it the juice all the time, you're obviously going to run into some serious issues. And obviously too many misfires can lead to some type of catastrophic failure if you continue to push your car and without solving this little problem. So, but solving this little problem is an easy fix. I mean, it's a little gasket, probably like $5 or $6, and it's not a huge deal at this time. Like I said, as long as you're real light, you can get it to a shop, or if you know somebody, take it into your buddy's house or garage and get a little flange gasket. Like I said, I have the 3-inch MBRP downpipe, so I'll have to find something that'll fit inside of that 3-inch pipe so it can connect to the turbo and make sure it's seated in there properly. But after I had it installed, I should have checked it out, because I'm really thinking that they really didn't tighten it down all the way and line up the gasket the way it was supposed to be. So, but like I said, this isn't a huge issue right now, and I'm going to take it in here in a little bit and have them check it out and see if they have any gaskets on what the price range is looking at. So I'm going to take it into Firestone, and I'm actually going to start it up so you guys can hear it. And I actually think it sounds pretty cool. But obviously you don't want to continue running your car if you have an exhaust leak. You want to get it fixed as soon as possible. So check it out. Let's go ahead and start her up. So you could probably hear, I'm not sure how great the quality is of the audio, but it's a lot deeper, a lot more rumbly, so to speak, and I can really smell the fuel burning, definitely more so in the engine bay around that turbo. So that's my what do you call it, my guess where it would be coming from. So but we're gonna have it checked out and looked at, see exactly where the leak is coming from. So if you guys run into this issue, or all of a sudden you go to gun it and you start having some misfires, then it might be an issue, or you start to feel a lot of vibration in your gas pedal and things of that nature. So we'll have it checked out. See if I can catch a couple revs so you can hear how crazy it sounds. It sounds a little aggressive. Yeah, so I can really smell that fuel burning and exhaust coming out. So we're gonna get it checked out. So we're here at Foreign and Domestic Cars, complete, perfect auto and body. Perfect auto and body, complete auto repair. And this is in Beltsville, I believe, Beltsville, Maryland. And the Ecoboost is over there. They're about to pick it up, bring it over here, see if we can figure out what the problem is. Bringing it in. So what we have here, this is where it came off, and it actually separated because this is not welded. So this little part slipped off, and it's an easy fix. They're just gonna have to back this off, and we're gonna weld this to make sure that doesn't come off. And then we're gonna go up in here in the downpipe and make sure that that's tightened, because it's also leaking out of there. All right, so we ended up welding this piece, and you guys can do this if you have the time and the money and opportunity. That way you don't have this possibility of happening. So I went ahead and just let them weld this to the resonator. That way there's no clamp, and I don't risk any kinds of vibrations or anything backing that out. And I'm looking at taking this off anyways, just to go ahead and get rid of the resonator so you can see what that looks like. Because it sounded really good to me, to be honest, without the resonator connected to that. So I'm probably just gonna go ahead and take that off. And they went ahead and did end up making sure there was a better connection with the downpipe and the turbo. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that taken off. I want to go ahead and get a couple revs in so you kind of hear what it sounds like inside the cabin. And this is with no mufflers, still have the resonator and the MBRP 3-inch downpipe with the high flow cat. Sounds pretty good. Alrighty, everything's looking good. No check engine light after driving it around for a little bit. No kind of issues. Everything's looking right. And it's a little chilly outside, so temps are going to be a little low. It is also raining, but it's my kind of weather. So yeah, everything's looking good. Having no issues. She's running better than ever. And yeah, Perfect Auto Body Workshop. So go ahead and take your vehicle there. It's in Beltsville, Maryland. Check them out. They do great stuff. Thanks for looking at it, guys.